Well, we are just 2 weeks out from this year's Dining Out for Life. More than 100 restaurants will be donating a portion of their sales to the Aliveness Project, benefiting HIV/AIDS services in our community. So joining us this morning for KARE in the Kitchen, it's a family affair. We have Molly and Charlie Broder with Broders Pasta Bar, as well as Kaiser from the Aliveness Project. Thank you all for being here this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So happy to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. Tell us more about Broders. 42 years you guys have been around in the community?
44.
44. Okay, I was off by a couple
44
years
It
there.
blends together
44.
sometimes.
I know. It's been a long time.
Talk about that longevity and how what has made you guys such an enduring part of the community.
I just think it's taking care of our family of customers and employees and building that. We've got a great customer base who are loyal, and we are loyal to them too. It's great. That's how you stay alive.
Yeah,
and you
no
have to
doubt.
make great food.
That also helps. That's a big part of it. What say you, Charlie?
No, I think to second what Molly said, I mean, our community is the community that supported us for 44 years, and we're embedded in that. But more to the point, our participation in the restaurant community as a whole in the metro area, we're just thrilled to be able to provide delicious Italian food to everybody who would like it.
We love that.
Yeah, 44 years, that's community staple territory. I love to see that. Well, you've been a part of Dine Out for Life for how long?
We've been affiliated with Dine Out for Life
Maybe
for
10
many years. I actually
For
can't
many
even
years,
associate
yeah,
it.
that would make
This year
sense.
is one of our largest contributions that we've been a part of as well.
Yeah.
Okay, can you talk about that contribution and why you want to be a part of Dine Out?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, for 44 years, we've been a values-led organization, and I look to my mother and father and thank you for instilling that in us. The Aliveness Project aligns greatly with our values, and we, are active in our community as a whole, but the HIV/AIDS community is very important to us, and we are thrilled to be able to participate and support that organization, as well as continue our support through Twin Cities Food Justice, where we do multiple weekly food donations that get to people every few days through the Aliveness Project as well. So it's just an extension of our continued values-based participation in the community outside of just making pasta and pizza.
And thank you for your work in the Aliveness Project.
Of course, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
talk about how vital it is for restaurants like this to step up and help in this effort.
Yeah, we're super grateful for all of our restaurant partners and the Broders. To have such strong community partners like this is really important. This is our largest fundraiser, and it goes to support vital services that the Aliveness Project provides for people living with HIV and AIDS. On a personal note, I also work at Broders Pasta Bar, which is super exciting that I can have participation in both kind of sides of it. It just kind of speaks to the community partnership and how embedded they are into the community.
And it must mean a lot because it's been a tough few months for restaurants with everything that's been going on with Operation Metro Surge, and for restaurants to be able to still step up and donate those funds, that really means a lot.
That is absolutely the truth. We're so impressed and just touched by the amazing response that the entire metro area has put forth during what has been a very challenging time for many restaurants, businesses, and individuals over the last few months. And so, we want to encourage everybody watching or participating, please patronize your local businesses, whether they be in outer ring suburbs, whether they be in Minneapolis, St. Paul, go to West 7th, go to Lake Street, please go to Eat Street, go to Central Avenue. We have so many beautiful, amazing, independent operators of not just restaurants, but many local businesses. And the best way to help with the effects of the Metro Surge and the damage that's put upon businesses and individuals is to patronize those businesses, support the community, participate in the community, and be proud to be from the metro area. That's how we are supporting our neighbors and our friends in the community, and we encourage everybody else to do the same.
Yeah, loving our neighbors, that's what it's all about.
Huge part of the campaign this year. When you walk into Broders, what's kind of the vibe, the atmosphere if people have never been there?
Mom, you want to take that one?
Well, it depends on which one. They're across the street from each other. We have the Cucina is a very casual counter service kind of place that also has a lot of specialty foods from Italy, so you can shop the market or you can order your favorite slice of New York pizza, or get some pasta.
Or some lasagna.
Or
some lasagna.
And enjoy it in the brand new 50-seat dining room of the Cucina Italiana, which is something we have been waiting for about 40 years. So it's much more comfortable. It's a really great place to bring the family and to enjoy. Yeah. And the pasta bar, Mom, you know.
Pasta bar is where because we make our pasta fresh every day.
That's the only way to make it, as far as I'm concerned.
Fresh egg pasta, and we decided that the pasta bar was a place for people to eat pasta the way it's supposed to be made, but in an American style. So you belly up to the bar, and we make these. You have about 30 different pastas you can choose from, and we make to order a bowl of pasta for you, and you can eat that with a glass of wine and just have so much fun. There's great antipasti. You get full service there as opposed to counter service.
And mind you, since 1994, that has been a staple of the community. So it's a wonderful place to join and to be in community, but also to enjoy the fresh, delicious pasta that Molly and Tom Broder are responsible for bringing to Minneapolis.
All right, all this talk about food. We got like 5 minutes left. Let's start cooking.
Okay.
Let's make some
All right,
lasagna.
so you know, what we want to do is first put a little layer to prevent sticking. A little bit of
And what sauce is that, Mom?
that is our Sugo Betty, which is a basic marinara sauce that we learned from our good friend. My husband and I learned from our really good friend Ray Betty, and it was his family recipe. We start there, then we take some fresh egg pasta. Now you can buy it in a big sheet here and cut it to fit your pan.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be, and so you'd put
Doesn't
a
have to be
couple of these.
perfect.
Then
Yeah.
after that, we want to put, do you want to do this? We got to put a little ricotta in there.
Okay.
Just try to spread a little
Like,
ricotta.
how much do I just kind of measure with my heart? What do I do here?
Yeah, just measure. Just
Okay.
throw a couple of dollops
There we
in
go.
there.
Tell me when.
And
Am
then
I good?
you're going to take this, and we're going to
Okay.
I'm just going to do this, and we're going to spread that in here. So this is the harder one. That
initial layer.
Yeah.
initial layer.
Because it's
and-
sliding around in the bottom.
And the thing with our fresh pasta is you don't have to pre-cook it. You
Okay.
can just put it in there, and it will cook in all of the juices.
Okay, perfect.
So then what we want to do is, how about you put a little
You got the
layer.
cheese.
Put the cheese. No, put the. Yeah.
The meat.
Put the meat on first.
Okay.
So
Throw a
that's
little
our
bit of meat.
Broders Italian sausage, which all of these ingredients are available at Broders Cucina Italiana.
Okay, so
And-
you can go in and buy it all and put together your own lasagna.
Absolutely, you can do it
That's right.
ingredients or
Then-
completed.
And we're going to
Cheese.
throw some of that on top of there. Just spread it all
Okay.
over, a little bit of.
Oh yeah, don't be shy
And
with the
each
cheese.
layer does not need to have too many because you want to have more layers.
Okay.
So you want a minimum of 5 layers. You want to just keep it going.
A minimum.
And then I'm just going to throw a little of this on top.
Okay.
And then we start over. Do you want to put another?
More layers. Let's do
layers.
it. So bam,
Yep.
and then bam, and then more sauce or more ricotta?
No sauce. Now
Sauce.
we need sauce.
Now we need sauce.
That's all right. you did
Okay.
great.
We'll ladle that on. How's that?
Put the layer, yeah.
Okay.
And then
swirl it around.
Perfect.
swirl around. Try to
at
cover
that.
it all. Then we want to put some
You're a
ricotta
pro.
on there. You can have the ricotta.
You
this
can have
time.
the
Okay.
This is impressive
This is the hard
for I mean, the only time I've made lasagna is Stouffer's from the freezer, so this is great.
And as you can tell, it's not too difficult.
No, it's not. I can do this.
Layer it up.
You got this.
I got
Yeah.
this.
And so then just
Cece loves her ricotta cheese.
yeah,
Can never have too much.
yeah, we'll just
Yeah,
Like,
that's
spread
yeah,
that,
so
spread that a little bit.
Okay.
do it like this.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There.
And now the meat layer.
Yep.
Again,
Okay.
You do the meat layer.
what do they say? Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and
There we
repeat.
go.
Yeah.
Just over and over again. Okay, so
Okay, then cheese.
there you
More
go.
cheese.
So the cheese. We're just kind of doing our own thing right now.
That's
I love
plenty
it.
of it.
Okay,
like,
no more.
stop.
Okay. She's like, stop, enough.
As we said, a little bit on each layer,
A
but
little bit,
lots of
because we
layers.
have
and it
5
all
layers. We gotta
adds
keep
up.
going.
Yes.
Oh, that looks like
so-
a perfect way to bake it.
I
Don't
know.
you
Yes.
think, Mom?
But you know, you just keep going until you get to the very top layer,
Mm-hmm.
and then you spread that with some cheese
Okay.
and a little bit of the parm, and maybe a little parsley if you want.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then into the oven it goes.
Shall we put it in the oven?
Let's-
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Put it in the oven.
Thank you so
Put it in the
much.
oven.
There we go.
And look at that.
Through the magic of
Unbelievable.
television. Look
Voila.
at that. That was quick.
Yeah,
It was so easy to make.
So easy,
how
especially when
easy
it comes
it
from
is?
Broders.
Wow, that was, man, oh man, that looks beautiful, by the way.
so then we're going to, what did I do with my knife?
Use that one. Thanks.
No, but I want to first.
No,
It's
great.
just like,
Mom knows best. She knows best.
So now, take this out.
Oh, I wish you guys could smell this at home. This is amazing. Okay, and this is a 5-layer?
Yep.
All right.
5 layer.
Yes. You know
We
what
can
goes
count that.
really well with lasagna, especially at Broders and especially on Thursday, April 30th, is some wine.
There you go.
And
Obviously,
why I
yes.
say that is because on Thursday, April 30th, for the Aliveness Project donation day, we'll be donating 50% of all beverage sales across Broders Cucina, Italiana, and Broders Pasta Bar. So you can start with your morning cappuccino or come in for your date night at night, and your purchases of any beverages, alcoholic or non, coffee or not, will 50% of which will be donated straight to the Aliveness Project in support of dining out for life.
A good meal, a good drink, all for a
Absolutely.
good cause.
No
Okay,
doubt.
so let's dive into
So
this.
there's all your layers.
We got 30 seconds
30
left, Kaiser, if you
seconds.
just want to give people one more plug for the Aliveness Project and for Dining Out for Life.
Yeah, so make sure to dine out April 30th. And go and support your local aid service organization. The Aliveness Project is, always grateful to have such strong community members come and show up every year to support us. Minneapolis is actually the #1 city for raising funds for HIV/AIDS. So we're really excited.
Awesome. Check
That
out
sounds
Broders.
like
This
amazing.
lasagna
That
is
sounds
legit,
good.
everyone. Have a great day. We'll see you.